This is my 1998 Honda CBR600 F3, and I always appreciate it when people make videos of vehicles before they sell them, so you can kind of get a look around and hear the motor, see the gauges move, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to take you around real quick. If you'd like, we could sell you this. It gets a lot better fuel mileage, doesn't sound as good, and it's not as comfortable, but let's get back to the bike. So, like I said, 98 Honda CBR600. I'll just walk around it. I'll tell you the highs and the lows of the bike. I think it's a wonderful bike. Sounds great. It's been very reliable. It's never broken down on me. I've never put it down. Never been in any accidents that I'm aware of. Now, the guy who I bought it from, obviously it's been down. It's got a brand new tire on the back. It's got about 50 kilometers on it, but you can see down here, you can see a little road rash right there. So it's been laid down one way or another. The fairings are all tight. The only place that I know of that they're not perfect is right underneath here. I had to fix a couple little spots. Something else too, this is one of the weaknesses of the bike that I want to point out to you, is I think Honda made an awesome bike here, but this part, there's little clips that are supposed to keep this in tight, and they really don't work very well. So what I usually do is I just get some white electrical tape and I just seal these gaps up so that it looks a little bit cleaner. That's why it looks kind of messy like that. They're not broken, they just don't fit as tight as they used to. Seat's great, no issues on the seat whatsoever. You got the tank protector there, yeah, there's no other major spots. I mean, if you look real close here, there's a little bit of scratching right there. Other than that, it's real clean. Front tire's still pretty good. I didn't replace it last year, but like I said, I did replace the rear tire. So let's start it up. I'll hop on here. I believe the bike has, just one second, according to that gauge, looks like it's got 85,000 on it. So this can be a little bit tricky for me to do one-handed, but how can I do this? Well, just a second here. I'll switch hands. There you go. So I'll tell you right now, the bike is already warmed up, so I didn't bother with the clutch. The clutch is over the choke. The choke's right here. We don't need that on. She's going to rev a little high for a second. Here's your RPMs. So that's what she sounds like. A little bit nervous putting it down on the soft ground, but I think it's okay. Oh, one other thing I need to mention is the blinkers usually work, but this one right here, sometimes it cuts out. So there's a little short in there somewhere, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you got that blinker works. It's hard to see, but that blinker's actually blinking. And when I switch sides, this one works great. And right now, that one's not flashing. Now, I don't know if you could hear anything I was talking about while I had the motor running, but what I was saying is that one blinker on the front there, it's got a little short in it somewhere, because I would say half the time it works, half the time it doesn't. So that's something, there's one thing wrong with the bike. I don't know of any cracks in the fairings, like I said, but another thing that's wrong with it, which is really funny and it's not important at all, but the guy I bought it from told me that every once in a while, about I'd say every 10 rides, the tach just stops. Like it just stops working for a couple of minutes and then it comes back on. And he was right. I've had that happen to me about every 10 rides. You'll be in the middle of a ride and then the tach will just go bloop. And then a couple minutes later it comes right back on. So again, probably just a loose wire in there. What else is wrong with it? That's all I can think of. Oh, one last thing. I think it could use a new battery. So that's it. That's the bike, and I'm really not sure what kind of price to put on it, because to me it's worth It's worth a lot, but I realize that it's an older bike. They're hard to find, and I mean, I don't think you can get a prettier color combination or style than that. I would prefer that over the new ones any day. So I'm going to put a price on it, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for looking.